Hello there. Currently good morning from England, but good afternoon or evening wherever currently you are in the world. And yeah, because of the current situation, if you are doing this video in real lifetime, I just hope that you're all well and that this practice will serve you in any way that you need it today. We're focusing on a heart-based or heart-centered yoga sequence today, where we're going to explore how it feels to really open up across the front body, the area of the heart, the chest. And if this is something that goes a bit too much into the holistic world for you today, you don't have to see it from an emotional or from an inner perspective. You can really practice this to go into backbends and just to explore different shapes throughout our class today. But if you're on a journey where you like to explore how it feels for the heart, how you currently are just right there, then please tune into that, and I look very forward to practicing with you just in a moment. So, welcome in. As we may be currently in different time zones, different times of the day, I would suggest that you start in a seated posture if you're practicing in the morning or afternoon. But if you are practicing this as an evening class, then maybe come to lie flat on your yoga mat in Shavasana. So take a moment to get into your preferred posture for today. I'm sitting in Virasana, in hero's pose, which means that you're coming down onto your heels. But choose anything that suits your body today, anything where you can sit for a little while. And then what I would like you to do, if you're seated, bring your right hand on top of the left one, so you're creating a cup, a mudra, and then place your hands into your laps here. If you're lying down on your yoga mat in Shavasana, connect your hands to your heart, to your belly, anywhere on your upper body that feels nourishing to yourself. So we begin either seated or lying down. If you're seated, roll your shoulders up and away from your ears. And in any posture that you are, just try to lengthen your body. So make sure your legs are long if you're lying down. If you're seated as well, your upper body is nice and extended. And then choose, if it feels nice today, to close your eyes or to just soften your gaze onto one single spot of focus. I like to close my eyes personally most days because I feel that this gives me already a deeper connection to what is happening in the present moment, to what is happening within my body. And as we begin our heart yoga practice today, as always, just allow yourself to arrive on your yoga mat for a moment. Allow life and everything else happening around you currently to be set aside for now. And it's not that you're ignoring it or that you want to push it away. It's more to really feel the sense of connectedness now to what is happening right here and right now. And notice for a moment if you can tune out from any external distractions in your home or wherever, again, you currently are. Think of bringing your hearing or the other senses really towards that space on your mat, that square space on your yoga mat. And then start to notice the area of your chest, your heart, your collarbones. And imagine you're connecting to your heart space, whether that's emotionally or physically today for you. And as we start with some breath work, just connect to a deeper breath. As you inhale and exhale through the nostrils, imagine every time you're breathing in, you're filling that heart space with new fresh air, new prana. Really breathe into the depth of your body. And as you're exhaling, notice if you can soften the area of your chest, your collarbones, even the neck. So all the muscles that are somehow close to the heart or connected to the heart space. And that's what we're going to do now for a few moments, just very simply deepening the breath. And as most of you will know, that upper chest breathing can trigger the stress response, the sympathetic nervous system. And therefore, I would like you just to be aware that you still think of breathing down into your body, down into your belly, but with that focus on sending it via the heart or into the heart. So just make sure that it doesn't create any tension, any stress. It's more to energize that area on the inhalation and to soften the heart on the exhale. And quite often, I think we imagine the heart sitting at the front of the body, the left side of the chest. But see if you can tune in to the area of your shoulder blade, your back body as well. So think of your heart radiating towards the front of your body and the back body. And while you're breathing, you feel that these areas are expanding. So the shoulder blades are lifting. The chest is moving forward. And on every out breath, you notice that sense of softness, of connectedness, just tuning in to that heart. And now let's take 5 collective cleansing breaths together. As you inhale, breathe deep into your body. Take a nice long inhale and then gently open your mouth, your lips, and exhale through the mouth. 4 more rounds, deepest breaths. Inhale through the nostrils. And exhale, nice long breath out. Very nice. 3 more rounds, inhaling into the belly, focusing on the area of the heart, expanding, lighting up. And exhale, breathe fully out through the mouth. Inhale, 2 more breaths. If you're sitting, still keep lengthening the crown of the head towards the skies. Breathe in, nice deep abdominal breath. And exhale all the way out. Very, very nice. Now, if you're lying down, slowly start to move your body. Bring some awareness into your hands, your feet. Also, if you're sitting now, just roll through the areas of the shoulders. Move your hands, your fingers around. Start to awaken your body in any little way that you can here. And for everyone lying down, please come to join us in a tabletop position. So we're going to come onto all fours now. Gently place your hands underneath your shoulders, spread your fingers wide, knees underneath the hips, press the tops of your feet down and find your tabletop position for today. Now claw through your fingers so you're not using your wrists here. And then we start to move through a very slow practice of cat and cow. Drop your belly down, arch your spine, start to lift your chest and especially the area of the heart forward towards the beginning of the mat. Inhale, lift the hips up towards the ceiling. Take an extra breath here. Push them out gently away so you stay elevated. And as you breathe out, start tucking the tailbone under first and move vertebra by vertebra into your cat pose. And as you stay here in this rounded variation of tabletop, really imagine that you're pressing the back of your heart, so the upper back body up towards the ceiling. Tuck your chin towards your chest, look towards your heart or towards your navel, nice long neck. For 2 more slow rounds, drop the belly down, really allow your belly to expand, to soften on the inhalation. Shoulders roll towards the hips, the elbows are also lightly tractioning back. Inhale, one more breath. The whole front body is soft. And now as you exhale again, really imagine that you're drawing the front body, the navel, the rib cage, everything up towards the back body, towards the spine. So you're hollowing out through the front body. Breathe into that space that is opening now, the area of the back of the heart, the shoulder blades. Imagine your shoulder blades are broadening and moving apart here. One more slow round. Connect to a nice arched back now. Inhale, open the chest, the gaze. Keep your head in any form or shape that is nice and natural. So you could also look down towards the floor. Take an extra breath here. Soften. Keep pushing the fingertips and the toes down. And as you breathe out, again, round your back. Lift your navel toward your spine. Breathe here, take an extra breath. Just feel the sensations that are currently going on in your body. And now let's take 3 faster rounds, starting to move with the breath. Inhale, drop the belly, lift your heart forward. Exhale, round your back, tuck your chin to your chest. 2 more rounds, breathing in your own rhythm to open the heart. Breathing out to stretch across the back. 1 more round. And exhale all the way out. Beautiful work. Now curl your toes under and lift your upper body. So you're in a kneeling stance. Try to really connect all toes down. So notice if your pinky toe, the little toe, is kind of tucking itself under the others. And then try to open the toes and connect every single one towards the mat. The knees are now in line with your hips and the hip is aligned with your head. So a nice tall upper body. And we're coming to flows today, but very, very slowly we start to warm up the body so you have time, if it's a morning practice, to get used to the movement. Open your palms forward like mountain pose. And then as you breathe in, extend your arms forward and up. As you inhale, try to lift your gaze to wherever is natural. You could look towards the fingers. You could look towards your thumbs. Breathe in and lengthen into your fingertips. Now think of child's pose. As you exhale, reach your hands towards the back of your mat. Soften the forehead to the earth and draw your hands as far back and up as you can. 4 more rounds with the breath now. Inhale, open the chest, the heart, back bend. And as you exhale, soften and bow. Hands reach behind, open the shoulders. 3 more rounds. Push into the toes. So you initiate the movement from your feet. Exhale to soften. Very nice. 2 more rounds. Breathe in to lengthen. Stretch into the side bodies here as well. And exhale to bow. Fingertips move behind. Chin to the chest. 1 more round. Inhale. Push the hips just slightly forward so you start to explore back bends. And exhale. Soften and bow. Very nice. And now stay here for a moment. Bring your fingertips down. Untuck your toes. And for child's pose, bring your big toes together. Knees about hip width apart. And then reach your hands towards the front of your mat. And just take a moment here to surrender into this child's pose. A very nurturing posture. And that's what we need when we sometimes experience maybe emotional pain, discomfort, grief. Or you can just feel a little stuck today. Notice maybe your chest connecting to the knees. And breathe so the heart space is expanding on every inhale and softening on the out breath. And while you soften the hips here, start to become a bit longer in your arms. Stretch the fingers forward. And now let's start with a warm-up flow sequence. As you breathe in, lift your forehead off the mat. Now slide your body forward into Cobra. Tuck your elbows into the side body. And then lower your whole front body to the mat. As you inhale, come into Baby Cobra. another back bend, many that we're going to do today. So keep it soft to begin with. You don't have to lift too far, but tuck the elbows in, press the big toes down. And then from here, curl your toes under. Think of cat pose. So really round your back as you come up, and then bring the hips to the heels, downward facing dog. Feet hip width apart. You might need to readjust your arms. Head is relaxed here, and just a soft downward facing dog to begin with. Now let's start to flow with the breath. Drop the knees down. Sink your hips to the heels. Untuck your toes. As you inhale, slide the body forward for Cobra. Breathe in, open the heart, roll the shoulders back, and then curl the toes under. Keep lifting, round into cat pose, and then into downward facing dog. Very nice. Let's take 3 more rounds. Soften the knees down, untuck your toes. Child's pose, Balasana. Take your body very close to the mat. Imagine leading the way from your nose. Inhale, you can lift a little higher every time if that feels good. Keep lifting, curl the toes under, downward facing dog. Very nice. Inhale, drop the knees. Exhale, child's pose. Then again, breathe in, lead the way from your heart. Open into Bhujangasana, Cobra. Keep lifting, cat pose, and then downward facing dog. Last round. Knees soften down, child's pose. Inhale, reach the body forward, elbows are towards the side bodies. Lift, keep lifting, curl the toes under, lift up, downward facing dog. Very, very nice. Now for this downward facing dog, as we come into a bit more movement here in downward facing dog, for today's practice, I would like you to bend your knees so much so you can really bring your upper body, excuse me, toward your thighs. So try to really hang through. Make sure it's comfortable. We don't do that very often, as we try to usually in my classes, try to keep the head in line with the arms. So notice if that feels good. Belly button towards the thighs. And then gently start to rock the hips side to side. Lift one hand and then the other. Any movement that feels nice, but with that activity of a quite arched back now. Shake your head loose from side to side. Beautiful work, very, very nice. Just feel that stretch for another moment, the whole body opening here. Inhale, breathe into the area of the heart. Exhale to soften. Very, very nice. And then here, think of bringing your head in between your upper arms. So the back is a little bit more in a neutral shape. Feet are hip width apart. Knees can still be bent, but see if you want to straighten the legs up a bit more. And now let's start to connect to the core here. As you inhale, extend the right leg back and up. Take a full breath here, lengthen the right leg. And now bring your right knee to your chest. Lift the knee towards the heart and lift the upper back towards the ceiling. Inhale, 2 more. Stretch and lengthen the leg. And as you exhale, lift, lift, lift. Heel towards the buttock. 1 more round. Inhale, nice long leg. And exhale, come forward, knee towards the buttock, downward facing dog. As you breathe in, take the left leg back and up. Find length, extend into the heel. As you breathe out, knee towards the chest. 2 more. Inhale to extend and lengthen. Draw your knee to your heart and lift the heart towards the back body again. Breathe in, 1 more round. And exhale. Take it forward. Very nice. 3-legged dog. And then come back into downward facing dog. Look forward and nice and slowly walk your feet into Uttanasana. You're standing forward, forward. As you get there, let the whole body hang heavy. And just gently rock and sway your upper body left and right. To connect to our first twist, come back to center. Inhale, lift the body halfway for Ardha Uttanasana. Now bring your right forearm onto your right thigh. Bend your right knee, take your left hand to your heart, and then start to lift the chest up towards the ceiling for a twist. You can stay here with having the hand connected to the heart, reach into your elbow, or extend your left arm up and overhead. Wherever you are, breathe into this twist. Keep the spine long, so draw the crown of the head forward, reach the hips back. And then soften and bow, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, lift again halfway, lengthen. Bring your left forearm onto your left thigh, take the right hand, and then start to draw the chest upward. Elbow in line with the hand. You can stay here. Breathe into this twist, maybe with the right hand on the chest. You can again focus that breath into that area. If you've done it on the other side, I would suggest you do it here. Open twist, right arm is reaching up. Take another inhalation. And as you exhale, fold, release. Breathe in again, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Now bend your knees, lead the way with your heart. Come up to standing, hands move forward and up. Palms meet at the top in a full length posture here, mountain pose. And then exhale, draw your hands down through the heart and release your palms. We start with sun salutations. As you inhale, reach your arms forward and up. Exhale, soften and bow. Inhale, halfway lift. Keep your fingertips on the mat and step the right foot back. Bring your right knee to the earth. Low lunge, fingertips stay connected. If you can here, you can always use blocks or pillows. Thread your chest forward. Take another inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, downward facing dog. Very nice. Step the right foot forward. Opposite leg for low lunge. Knee softens. Inhale, draw the heart forward. And now we're going to step it into plank. Hands meet the floor. Step the right foot back. You can choose as always high plank or drop the knees down. Breathe in, shift the body forward. Tuck the elbows in and then lower down towards the earth. Take a moment to surrender. Forehead is soft. And then as you inhale, elbows move to the heels, lift your chest into Cobra. And as we've done quite a few Cobras, Bhujangasanas, you might feel more open, so you could lift a little bit higher. Curl your toes under like we did in the beginning. Cat pose, so round your shoulder blades. And exhale, downward facing dog. Look forward, step, walk or hop your feet to the top of your mat. Release on the out breath. As you inhale, lead the way with your heart. Bend your knees a lot. Arms move forward. Inhale, hands meet at the top in prayer. And then draw your hands down through the heart. For 2 more rounds. Inhale, full length. Exhale, soften and bow. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, connect the fingertips or the hands. Step the left foot back. Left knee comes down. Move forward with your right knee. Feel the hips opening, the heart opening. Downward facing dog. Step the right foot back. Inhale, take the left foot forward. Exhale, right knee down. Breathe in again, lengthen. As you exhale, plank. Step the left foot back. High plank or low plank. Shift the body forward, lower to the earth. You inhale, coming to Cobra. Now if you want to lift higher into a deeper back bend, lift the knees, upward facing dog. And either way, we're going to go back into downward facing dog. From here, look forward, walk, step or hop to the top. Release your body and then lead the way from your heart. Bend your knees a lot. Breathe in, arms lift up and overhead. Pray your hands. Exhale to release. Very nice. Last round. Breathe in to lift and open. Exhale. Soften and bow. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, this time again, the right foot comes back. Right knee to the floor, open your chest forward. Downward facing dog. Step the right foot forward to the right hand. Left knee softens, low lunge. Coming to plank now, step the right foot back. Shift forward, really feel the energy moving around your whole body now. Cobra or upward facing dog with the knees lifted. Exhale, downward facing dog. And now we're going to stay here for an extra breath or two. Feel your heels moving down towards the earth. Your hands, all 10 fingers strongly connected. And feel the shift of energy now moving through the body. And then we're going to begin like we did before with the right leg. Right leg is reaching back and up. This time bend your knee to open the hip towards the right side of the room. Focus on having the head still in between the arms so your upper body is squared, but try to lift your right hip on top of the left. This is just the direction, you don't have to go there. Breathe in, lift the knee up towards the ceiling. Now look forward and take that right foot to the front, right foot to the right hand. And the posture we've just done in low lunge, we're going to repeat in high lunge. So this is runner's stretch. Feet are hip width apart. Now start to open your heart again. Your hands might hover off the floor here depending on the length of your arms, so don't worry to make contact to the mat. But try to really move forward from the right knee. Lift the left heel over the left foot and find length here in this posture. Gently push the mat away with your feet so you have a little elevation through the hips. With every inhale, imagine you're breathing forward with your heart. Every time you exhale, you soften into this posture a bit more. Beautiful work. Now take your left hand underneath your shoulder, right hand on the chest, and then for the same idea in the twist, open the heart towards the ceiling. You can stay there with the right hand on the heart or open it up into your full twist. Keep the hips lifted here. Use your strength. One more inhale. And then for your vinyasa, your flow, release the right hand down, step back into your plank. Shift the body forward. You can always soften the knees. Change it up how you want to flow, Cobra or upward facing dog. And you just keep lifting today and then end up in downward facing dog again. Very nice. For the second round, we start with the left leg. Left leg is long. Press into that heel. And then bend the knee. Let that foot be floppy and start to open the hip. Make sure your upper body stays squared. So the heart is actually pointing down towards the earth here. Gesture of surrendering. Lift through the left knee. Start to become nice and open through the hip joints. And then look forward and step the left foot to the left hand. Stay up with your right knee if you can. And then for runner's lunge, separate your feet hip width apart. Thread the heart forward. Try to push your right foot back at the same time as you bring the left knee further to the top of your mat. Notice your inner thighs opening. Keep a lift through the hips, so hip is roughly in line with the front knee. Your gaze can be forward or slightly down, depending again on, or as always, what feels good for the neck. And then ground your right hand to the earth. Take the left hand onto the heart and use that to really guide your upper chest into that twist. And the twist is not just in the upper chest, it's also going into the mid back and the low back. If you've done it on the other side, bring the left arm into a long line here. Breathe into your twist. One more inhale. And as you exhale, hands come down, step back into your plank. Last vinyasa for today. Shift the body forward, lower all the way to the earth. Inhale, open into Cobra. Feel the stretch going all the way down into your belly button. And then keep lifting, downward facing dog. And now this is your choice, a moment of rest. You can take that in downward facing dog, or come into child's pose, hands towards the heels. And then take a moment here to slow things down again. To notice the change within your beautiful heart rhythm, your breath. And maybe for a moment, without judging how you're feeling, just notice what is going on within your body. Oh, that sensation of aliveness through the heartbeat. The sensation of aliveness through the breath. And I'm not saying push aside how you're feeling, but sometimes, again, we just need to reconnect to the present moment so we don't get caught up in past ideas or thoughts or future thinking. Very, very nice, everyone. If you were in child's pose, Balasana, take your time and slowly come back into downward facing dog. Take another moment here to stretch. You can use that back bending downward facing dog, heart to thighs, or you can keep it more neutral. Another deep breath, lift the hips. And then without lifting the right leg this time, just simply step the right foot in between the hands. For low lunge Anjaneyasana, bring the knee to the mat again. So like we did before, but this time, take your hands off the mat. As you breathe in, reach your arms forward, then around the body. And as you do that, lift out of your hips. And as you exhale, come all the way forward again. So think of drawing the energy into your body. Breathe in, hands forward, around and down. 3 more rounds. Nice shoulder opener here. Inhale, breathe. And exhale, release. Inhale. 1 more breath. And as you breathe out now, bring your hands to your heart. Connect your thumbs towards your sternum. And just feel a light connection of your palms pushing in towards the middle. Now lift your right toes off the mat. A bit of balance required now for half splits. Ardha Hanuman. Flex the right toes towards you. The right knee can be bent a lot or more straight. The leg. And then try to bow your upper body down. For some of you, you might notice that this is enough here. If you want to let go of the hold, just face your palms up towards the ceiling and draw your fingertips forward if you would like to bring the upper body a bit closer towards the thigh. Feel the back of your leg opening here. Nice hamstring stretch. Make sure you stay in the middle so you're not collapsing into the left hip. 1 more breath. Inhale and exhale. And then wherever you are, connect your hands to the front of your mat and roll back onto that left foot. Very nice. And now we're simply moving to the other side. So take your hands to the inside of the right leg. Lift up for a moment. Shift the body all the way to the other end of your mat. And then again, connect your right knee, your left foot down. The more of a stretch you like, the more you could shift the right knee back. Just make sure left knee over the left ankle. And then we start with different circles this time. Still for the shoulders. Open your arms out around the body, lift up. Breathe in. And then already here, take your hands to your heart and come back into low lunge. So we stay a bit higher. Inhale. Arms move around the body. Come out of your lunge. And exhale, sink back into the hips. 3 more counts. Inhale, full breath. And exhale, soften. Breathe in, deep belly breath. Exhale. One more round. Inhale, nice long arms. And as you exhale, the same variation here. Bring your thumbs toward your sternum. Feel that warmth that you're giving yourself here. Warmth to the heart. The elbows are in one line, and then lift the left toes for Ardha Hanuman half splits. Flex the left toes. Don't adjust your legs today. Just take whatever you can from this variation. Lift your hips back and up. So think of downward facing dog. And then up to you, you can bow your upper body forward, maybe resting the left arm on the left knee as well. And make sure you're not hyperextending so you don't lock the knee joint here. Other variation could be palms facing up. It's a gesture of receiving, or also to have the shoulders open. Flex the left toes. Feel the stretch in the back of the leg. Very, very nice. And then connect your hands to the mat again and swing the left foot back in line with your right leg. Hands come underneath the shoulders for 3 rounds of cat and cow. Just start to move in your own rhythm. Maybe notice a change that has happened. Maybe the breath feels fuller, or the body hopefully and certainly more awake, more energized. Beautiful work. And now the same way we started, come into a kneeling stance. I'm probably going to face the other way again, so you can fully see here. You're kneeling, your feet are tucked under to begin with, and you can always change that. Camel pose, and you might have expected this posture coming up today because it's a very nice heart opener. We begin with one variation and then move into the second one. And just know that when you do this posture, there can actually be a lot happening in the body. So just go step by step and feel where it might get to that point where it's then too much. You're at home, so we can't see each other. Just make sure it's right for you. Bring your hands onto the low back and start to squeeze your shoulder blades in. And as you do that, notice how your heart, without doing much here, already starts to open. And now as you inhale, imagine you're drawing the skin of your low back towards the mat. So you're applying a little bit of pressure. And as you breathe in now, engage your glutes and start to push the hips forward. Roll the shoulders away from your ears. And you're in camel, a version of camel's pose, a version of your back bend. You can always keep looking toward your navel, or for some of you might look up. Now we're going to do that 2 times with the breath. So ease off, come more into a neutral spine. As you exhale, draw the skin of your low back down, so you're opening up that space in your back body as well as the front body. Inhale, coming back to center. And exhale. Just exploring here, see how it feels. One more, but this time you inhale. As you exhale, come back, or again you can take a pause, a break. Stay here, or for your full camel's pose, take your left hand to your heel, carefully reach the right hand to your heel, and then start to lift your whole front body. So imagine pressing the knees down, and then from the knees, you lengthen into the hips, from the hips into your collarbones, and then the head is in any shape that feels nice. If you would like to go deeper, simply untuck your toes, and the back bend will get deeper here. Squeeze the shoulder blades in wherever you are. Breathe into the area of the heart. Choose to keep your eyes open or closed. One more breath. Enjoy this openness. Very nice. And now to come out, if your hands were down, take one hand onto your low back, after the other for counter pose, child's pose. Bring your knees fully together. Take your hands to the back of your mat. And as you come down now, just allow your body to completely and fully soften. And just allow those effects of this posture, our peak posture for today, allow those effects benefits to sink into your body. Imagine your breath running through the heart, all the way into the belly. Your breath is releasing from the belly, moving through the heart, and then out of your nostrils again. And then now from here, slowly roll up to your seat, to Hero's Pose. And now you might need to shift a bit further towards the top of your mat. And this again is a posture if it feels comfortable. Otherwise you can come to lie down on the mat already and have a little break there. We're going to sit in between the heels this time for full Hero's Pose. And as you come to sit down, I've learned that from another teacher, which I find really useful, is that you're taking the calves and you roll the calves out. So you're creating space here. Feet are tucked in. And you just want to make sure you don't have any pain sensation or any discomfort in your knees now. From here, walk your hands behind you. And as you do that, I always lift the hip and shift the hips a bit further forward to ensure the low back's, the low back staying long. Now you could lower down onto your forearms. Again, keep shifting the hips forward. Some of you might lower all the way down towards the floor. And as you come into your variation, no matter where you are, again, we explore heart openness today, back bends. Just see how your body feels. And try to have that sense of surrendering into the posture. Also, if you're on your hands, you're just again retracting your shoulders here. Move them in towards the center of your back. If you're all the way on the mat, take your time, but slowly come back up, one hand after the other. And as you lift back into your seat, slowly and gently extend the left leg forward. And if with your half Hero's Pose this is not comfortable, you could also take your right foot towards the left inner thigh. Just a few different options for different bodies. Now flex your left toe in towards you. As you inhale, lift the upper body. We're going to counter all those back bends now by softening the body into a straight-legged forward fold. Palms for me today, I'd like them to face up. Just as an extra gesture of receiving whatever you need to receive today. But you could grab hold of the foot indeed and deepen the stretch. Notice if you're rolling to the left side a lot, you will automatically, but try to just gently shift the weight back to your right hip. Whenever you come into forward fold today, I would like you to feel the breath more in the back body. And I've actually just learned yesterday that 60% of our lungs are sitting at the back body. And it's quite impressive because usually we breathe into the front body. We think we kind of have the lungs sitting fully in the front of the body. And especially right now where we need healthy lungs, just use your breath here. To change the side now, slowly lift yourself back and up. Switch over in any way that you can here. Left heel towards the left buttock. Shift your hips around so the hip or you're fully connected to both sits bones. Right foot is flexed. Inhale, open the arms. And exhale, soften and bow. And with your eyes closed here, as we move towards the end of our practice today, maybe imagine what the area of the heart currently means to you. Again, does it feel more closed or does it feel quite open, quite receptive already? And just send some love and light into your own heart. Be kind to yourself And be okay with what currently is present. Now again, use your hands to lift yourself back and up. Extend both of your legs forward. And now what we're going to do is, for a moment before Shavasana, you come to lie down on your front. And I'm not going fully down just so you can hear me talking. But if it's comfortable for you, I would like you to bring your hands underneath your forehead and soften your forehead onto the support of your palms. You can always make fists. And then just gently rock the hips from side to side here. We're easing off the low back. We've done a lot of back bends today, so you might feel a bit of a change there. Just try to roll the hips left and right. And now from here, bring your right knee towards your right elbow or shoulder. And send your gaze towards the left. You can rest your right ear down onto that support of your hands now. And shift around again here. You could extend the left leg for the back or lift the chest again. Readjust. Just make sure you're fully comfortable. And the hips is another area where we store a lot of emotions. So the hips are just gently opening up here. And whenever we connect the body in such a way to the mat, I feel this is very comforting, very nourishing. Because you're kind of inverting the body. You're creating a safe space for yourself. So try to surrender and breathe into that for a moment here. Notice your shoulders softening, hips relaxing. Your whole body, all in all, is just getting heavier. Now to change the side you're on, wiggle the right foot towards the back of your mat again, and then bring your left knee up. You can create a 90-degree angle or bring the knee further up and then lift your chest. Place your left ear down onto your hands. You can again re-extend the right leg and then get comfortable. Get comfortable to breathe and to feel heaviness through the body now. Feel the breath moving through the heart, clearing any blockages, re-energizing. Remember that in every moment we have the chance to change things. And of course, it's not always as easy done as said, but just notice what you can change right here, right now. Very nice, everyone. And whenever you are ready to transition onto your back, I'm going to come into a seat, but you're going to come into Shavasana, so lie fully flat on the mat. Extend your legs or have the soles of your feet on the ground to keep a bit of a sense of support through the low back. Just take your time to come into Shavasana or any form of deep relaxation. And actually, of course, if it is a morning practice, feel free to stay seated. But I would just say Shavasana for me is like where I can fully let go. That's why I suggest you go there. Legs are long, feet are flopping out. And your whole body is just resting now. Turn your palms to face up towards the skies. And notice how by doing that, palms are rolling up, your shoulders are opening, and that space across the collarbones, the heart, can just open that a little bit more. And now instead of just breathing into the space of the heart, the left side of the chest, I would like you to start inhaling. And imagine your breath is washing down your body, or dropping down your body. So you're breathing in, you feel the heart lifting, the middle of your body, your rib cage, your belly button, and then you're breathing all the way into your belly. So the whole body is filled with that beautiful new fresh energy. And as you're exhaling, imagine you're drawing the breath out from your belly. You're emptying the lungs from the bottom rather to the top. You're breathing out through the chest, the throat, and then the breath is leaving your nostrils. And do that a few more times, that visualization of breathing in through the nose. The breath is entering the body from the heart downward. And as you're breathing out, you're drawing that breath up. And if you like to imagine colors, the color of the heart chakra is green, not red. You can imagine that green light or green color washing down into your body, moving inward, and then releasing from the bottom to the top. And take a few more conscious breaths, a few deep breaths, but without too much effort used now. Try to focus on that full space of your body, the back body, the front of the body. And imagine breathing air, fresh energy, fresh prana into each and every cell of your upper body. And if you're ready to send that breath deeper, after your breath has reached the belly, try to send the breath down toward your knees and all the way down into your feet. So you're filling every single cell of your body now with air. And you're breathing out from your feet, knees, hips, torso, chest, and nostrils. Breathe all the way down into your arms, into each and every finger. Fill your body with that breath of kindness, that breath of compassion and love. Try to let go of any previous thoughts or experiences, and just experience the breath and your body in this very moment, right here, right now. And after your next exhalation, where you feel the belly is empty, just come back into a natural rhythm of breath. To seal off your practice, if it feels good, allow your left hand to connect to your heart, right hand to connect to your belly. And I brought a quote I found today that might resonate with you, with our heart-centered practice today. And you can just take in what you like to take in, and the rest you just leave aside. I listen to my heart and honor its connection to the heart of others. I allow love to fill me up and guide me in all of my actions. I gracefully move to the new rhythm of my life. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Namaste.